We are starting an exciting tour through the most magnificent country in the world. As hidden from the eyes like pearls, the nature reserves of Russia are precious, core areas of life. This time, we will show our wildlife in a way you have never seen it. Turn your body to the left. Now look down. You are watching a spherical video. This means that you can move in all directions. The cherished pearls of Russia will be around you. Are you ready to watch? 110 reserves are scattered like pearls along the territory of Russia. The Gorelov Islands of the Kandalaksha Reserve is a real oasis. These are the greenest of all the islands belonging to the reserve. However, at a distance of a few kilometers from here, the landscape changes dramatically. Tens of thousands of guillemots and gulls kittiwakes fly to the rocky islands of eastern Murman in the summer, forming the famous bird colonies. With noise, they are no different than a busy bazaar. Just listen to these feathered inhabitants of the Arctic rocks. We are on the Kola Peninsula, the land of rocky coasts, tundra, Arctic deserts, and the northernmost forests of Eurasia. In the middle of the large lengths of seas, there is an archipelago of 370 islands. On the border of Eurasia and the Pacific Ocean, at the opposite end of Russia, 12,000 kilometers away, there stretches an amazing region of the Russian land, the Lazovsky Reserve. Look at these clouds. We are in the monsoon's arms. Downpours and floods, typhoons and landslides. In the summer, there is a colossal amount of precipitation. All 36 kilometers of the coastline of the Sea of Japan in the Lazovsky Reserve consist of beautiful bays. Look at these tracks on the sand. It seems that someone else has been here before us. The Amur tiger is one of the largest and most vulnerable predators of our planet. Look at this animal. In the daytime, the tigers lie lazily on the rocks and choose the evening hours for a walk. Shadows of the trees have already appeared on this wild beach. Are you sure you are alone here? But not only tigers are threatened with extinction. Bison, the last contemporaries of the mammoths. Bison have been brought to Yakutia from Canada in the framework of the Reintroduction Project. There are only 30,000 bison left on the planet. Majestic stone giants stretch for dozens of kilometers along the Lena River. We are in the Lena Pillars National Park. These cliffs are composed of rock formations more than 500 million years old, true witnesses of how our planet has been changing. But there is also a distant land with a different relief, under which the power of the Earth's core is hidden. Kamchatka, the volcanic terrain. The Gorelov volcano rises above the glacial silence. During the time of its existence, the Gorelov volcano has erupted at least 50 times, but today it is still. The volcanic canyon in the Kronotsky Reserve is about 2 kilometers wide. There are hundreds of geysers and plenty of hot springs. It seems that the planet breathes here, in the Valley of Geysers. Uzon volcanic caldera is a unique creation of nature. Right here, among the familiar landscape, high-pressure carbon dioxide finds its way out of the Earth's interior. The natural laboratory of microlife that came into being 40,000 years ago in place of a huge volcano. Kuryl Lake is the second largest freshwater lake in Kamchatka. It is a natural phenomenon of incredible beauty, an example of the fact that underground forces can not only destroy, but also create. The real core area of life, the water, which gives food to all inhabitants. But the real water kingdom is in the Volga River Delta in the Astrakhan Biosphere Reserve. A colossal volume of silty mud and sand is brought to the coasts of the Caspian Sea, forming the largest delta in Europe, 200 kilometers wide. Our goal is the island, settled by unusual residents. Thousands of cormorants organize their life high above the water. Look at the nests below. If a large colony of these birds is settled in a place, then it is rich with fish. These cormorant chicks are still callow and do not know how to fly, so parents dive into the water taking turns to catch fish. The adult cormorant eats up to 1 kilogram of fish per day, but sometimes the food simply does not reach the goal. You need to be prepared, even when you're hungry. Lotus fields of the Astrakhan Reserve are the only ones in Europe. Larger flowers than this cannot be found anywhere in Russia. When lotuses bloom, the air is filled with a delicate aroma. Lotus leaves are covered with a waxy bloom and therefore don't get wet by water. Drops of water roll over them like balls of quicksilver. But there is another flower in Russia, legends about which circulate around the world. Turn around. Caucasus rhododendron has found its home at the place where no animal dares to come. Now we are at an altitude of 3,000 meters in the Caucasian Biosphere Reserve. Can you feel the bracing atmosphere of the mountains? Mountains. This inhospitable environment has preserved untouched nature. The mysterious mountain world consists of a variety of plants and animals. Sometimes, it is not necessary to overcome large distances to see the riches of nature. Only a few kilometers from the center of one of the planet's most densely populated megapolises, there is an amazing national park. It is the largest forest in the world within a city, Losiny Ostrov. Elk Dina is fully ready for life in a natural environment. The biological center simulates the conditions of the real forest with its neighbors and stern tests. The Ursa Major constellation was called Elk according to a Russian tradition. Since ancient times, hunters have represented the sun in the form of a giant elk running through the whole sky during the day and leaving for an endless underground sea by nightfall. Nature, awakened from winter hibernation, sooner or later is condemned to plunge again into its black silence. We, the authors of this film, believe that this will inspire you to know the planet. Let's save it together. Development of the reserve system is one of the main tasks of the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment of the Russian Federation. As part of Russia's Year of Ecology, there are plans to create 7 additional national parks, 2 state nature reserves, 2 federally protected areas, the Caucasian State Natural Biosphere Reserve, and the expansion of the Russian Arctic National Park. Russian nature is our national treasure. Let's protect it together.